Well, this is an interesting round. I'm looking at these long dashes on the outside of the road here. Those are indicative of a few countries around Europe, and particularly France, I would say. Looking at the polls, certainly possible that we might be there.
And interesting to see now both these two players in Consus and finbarr being very quick about how they move around.
And France can be a very difficult country to do that. A lot of the place names that you find on signs are very small and regional specific. Nevertheless, we did see a suffix on the end of one of those words, AC, which tends to be found in the southwest. It was southwest, and they both got it.
Few points coming through in the favor of Consus. It might only be 137, but 137 points can be the difference in whether you win a match or not by the time we head to round number 10. Let's get into game number 2, and where are we headed here?
This is an interesting round. The country should be fairly obvious for them because we have this white signpost. So when you are in Latin America, we have the double yellow lines. This white signpost tends to indicate that you're in Colombia, not 100% of the time, but fairly consistent indeed. So it's a matter of region guessing here. Let's get into the round.
Let's get into the round indeed.
It definitely is Colombia. We can look at the back of the sign here, which is a cross. That is going to be 100% Colombia.
Yeah. I learned that from your videos.
Absolutely. Let's go.
The more you know. The more you know.
Landscape is surprisingly flat here for Colombia, so that could definitely pose a problem, and or help them narrow it down, of course. And these wooden posts also very typical of Colombia as well.
And no one opted into lock-in guesses yet with just 15 seconds left to play.
Not to worry. I mean, Colombia, because they both know the country, it's not going to be a disaster here. We shouldn't see too many points come through. That would be my prediction. But we'll find out shortly where the actual guesses were here. And so, as the timer ticks down.
Very specific guessing coming through as well. finbarr, you see, shaking his head there a bit, losing a few points. And again, I think against most other opponents, he wouldn't have been too upset about this, but a 300 point there, a 600 point here, he knows that this can very quickly get out of hand.
And that's been the Consus style so far, right? He constantly chips down 500 to 1,000 points of damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. This is an interesting round here. Wow.
It's a beautiful tree.
Look at this one.
Beautiful houses. Let's see if they know exactly where we're headed right off the bat. Double damage coming through here.
The English language there, that would probably indicate North America, I would say.
Double yellow lines in the road.
Oh, very nice. Also a clue that's more common in the United States than in Canada, but can be seen in Canada too.
But there's maybe
an area code there.
Yeah, area code on the phone number 2.
I don't know whether I know both players know some area codes in the United States, but they're about 300, or I don't know how many exactly, but there's a lot.
It's yet another.
So did you see that license plate? We had a yellow one there on one of the cars. Tends to be found in New Jersey and New York, but can be found elsewhere.
Seeing finbarr, probably saw it too.
Yes, I imagine so. And to be honest, the vibes definitely line up. So.
I mean, 7 seconds. Consus is still yet to even look at the map. Now speed scrolling, but he's Atlanta.
Oh no.
This is huge.
Oh, it was Atlanta.
He gets it, and finbarr shaking his head too. Maybe it was a bait. Maybe a car from New York made its way to Atlanta. Who knows? But finbarr, this is dangerous territory to what could potentially be the final round of this match in round 4.
This is not what finbarr wants to see. We have a regional clue here. These yellow markings on the pole indicate which state we're in the United States. So let's find out who can region guess.
Yeah?
California the best. They're Californian pole markings.
A big state, which I think for finbarr isn't really what you're looking for right now, being sat at 179 points. But these guys are way off from one another. This is East Coast to West Coast. I mean, he has a couple of meters to run by in order to not lose this round.
Basically, just needs to be closer. Now, can he find one of these poles and say, oh, look at the pole, look at the pole. Surely he notices. He must notice in a second. He still hasn't.
Are we 5King this? Maybe. finbarr 5K!
Unbelievable!
4,300 damage to Consus as finbarr strikes back.
I have never seen those yellow markings outside of California. That is an absurd. Okay, next round here, we got bollards. That definitely narrows down the part of the world. So let's jump into it here. Well, finbarr, even with such a crazy guess, he still needs to be on point.
Headed into 3 times multiplier now.
Like on 3 times damage, if he quick plonks and then it is the wrong region.
That's game. That would be game for him. Well,
some players I would expect to go for the fast plonk. Consus not. He will
national park sign there. I don't think finbarr's found that just yet.
It's different regions. Look at these guesses.
179. Finn, you better be on point. You better be on point, or this is game. They're both locked in.
So equidistant. Look at that. 87-88. Unbelievable. That's crazy.
No damage done. Finn lives to see another day. Let's see where, oh where, we're headed with round number 6.
I like the look of this, looking like a big country. Let's get into it. I can't wait to see.
No time to waste. No time to waste. There's a big mountain, it looked like in the background too. Maybe that's going to help them locate exactly whereabouts they are on this map.
They tell you the exact place if you find one. I think Consus's tactics. Do you remember what he said?
Yeah.
Only locks fast when he knows.
Exactly. And he's way in a different region. This is going to be game. Regardless, one or these two will take it home.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be Consus. Finn knew it. Once the login came as fast as it did, he knew he was going to be in trouble. But what an effort from
What a
finbarr
valiant
to
effort.
stay in for as long as he did.